My name is Patrick CC, and this is my first official interview with Internet Hippy. Before I started the Patrick CC channel, I had a channel with my ex-girlfriend, and that's like what got me into YouTube. And obviously that didn't work out, so that ended. And I knew I wanted to start my own YouTube channel to do something. And honestly, when I went into it, which was February of 2017, so it hasn't even been a year, when I went into it, I didn't even know like what I wanted to do. Or actually, I kind of knew, but it wasn't this. Like, it wasn't hip-hop, it wasn't underground hip-hop. I just made a video about that shit one day, and it just did better than all the other ones, so I just kind of like went with that. Yeah, so that's kind of how my channel started, like that. I made that video, which is like top 5 sad boy SoundCloud rappers or something like that. Made that 10 months ago now, and he was in it, and he was like the number 2 on the list. He saw it, he DM'd me and was just like, yo, that's cool. And at the time I was selling vintage clothing, like that was my thing. So I was like, word, I'm gonna ask him if he wants some shit so he could tag me and I can get clout. So I asked him, I was like, bro, do you want some vintage clothes? And he was like, bro, of course. But then he just hit me randomly and was like, yo, let's meet up in New York City. And I was like, alright, let's do that then. And I met up with him, gave him some clothes, we hung out for like an hour, and then we started filming a vlog like literally an hour later after we hung out, and all of that is on my channel. Like the very first time me and Convolk ever hung out, ever met, is on my channel, and I think that's pretty cool. Vintage clothing, yeah, no, I really don't like, I'm really not into designer shit. I mean, I'm also broke, so I can't afford it, but I don't think that even when I have money, I'm gonna like it. So I've always loved like hunting through thrift stores and finding shit. Like this is one of my favorite shirts, actually. Decided to wear it today. But plus it's cheap. Like if you just know the right place to go, Goodwill, all these thrift stores, it's like a little treasure hunt. And it's something I want to make videos on too in the future, but right now I just don't have the time. But vintage clothing is way better than designer all day. So I'm from a town called Toms River, New Jersey. That's literally the town right next to Seaside Heights, which is where they filmed Jersey Shore. That's usually like how people identify. Super like beachy area. A lot of like nothing to do, honestly. It's just like it's like a vacation town, really. So in the winter it's like pretty boring. There's a lot of kids, so like it's a lot of like really young people and really old people. So I don't know, it's really, there's nothing special about it. There's actually a lot of creative individuals there, but in New Jersey nobody wants to work with each other. I don't know why. Man, I kind of feel it. Like I don't have this urge to like represent New Jersey and put New Jersey on, but I mean, I would like to, but honestly I don't really care that much. So my taste in music is all over the place, honestly. I really like everything. Like I can get down with everything. Obviously most people like know me because I like the emo rap, sad boy rap, but I love all hip hop, really. I mean, there's really no boundaries. But also I came from like an EDM background, so I used to listen to pretty much all through high school. I only listened to EDM, and I still love it, but I don't know. Just recently it's been all like underground hip hop and alternative rock. Because when I'm sick of listening to all these emo rappers, I'll just listen to some alternative rock or whatever. Ooh, that's a good one. Literally, like, the best piece of advice is to be consistent, which sounds like a shitty piece of advice because it should be more about, like, being yourself and not listening to what people say in the comments or bullshit, but really, like, being consistent is how you, like, grow. So, figure out whatever type of content it is that you want to make. Make sure that you can make that shit like once a week and put up a video once a week, because that is critical to the success on YouTube, which obviously I'm not like big on YouTube by any means yet, but like I posted a video every week for like 32 weeks and never missed an upload, and then now I'm doing 2 a week, and I'm not gonna miss an upload. YouTube works on an algorithm, so you have to hit that. And then like, yeah, all that shit, like, just be yourself. Don't care about like what people think or say, because they're all just 12-year-olds commenting. They don't actually know who you are. But mostly be consistent. Be able to make content that you can upload often, or more than once a week. Some of my favorites. I almost didn't want this question because there's so many, and if I leave out one person, they're gonna be so pissed. I mean, they're not gonna be pissed, but I mean, people obviously associate me with Convolk, and we're good friends, and I'm still like a diehard fan. Like, I know every word to every one of his songs. I really like Gucci High Waters. I love Guardin. Obviously, we're going on tour. Yeah, I listen, there's so many that I'm like friends with and shit, so I just don't want to get into shout outs because I don't want to leave anybody out. I'll feel bad. But if I fuck with you, you know who you are, because we are in contact regularly. Yeah, so Guardin is going on tour with an artist named Nash, who's like a he's like a pop rock artist. I don't really know. He had like one huge Billboard song. Then, you know, obviously he's got like a loyal fan base or whatever. I don't know much about him, but Guardin's the opener. And I met Guardin just 2 months ago, but he's been following me on YouTube for a while. And I met him in Philly. We hung out one day for one of his shows when he was on the Oliver Francis tour. Then he came to New York a couple weeks after that, hung out with him again. And we just clicked well, because he's pretty good friends with Convolk too, so we all kind of can get along together. And I called him one day. I forget why we FaceTimed, but we were just having a conversation. We were on FaceTime for like an hour, and he's like, bro, like, do you want to go on this tour with me? And I was like, I don't know. Like, he just dropped it on me just only like a week and a half ago. And we just talked about the whole thing. And basically he was like, bro, we'll do this. I'll do the first half with him, because the first half ends in New York City, because I got to go do Convolk's tour with him too in Texas. So we're starting in California, doing all of the southern states pretty much to Orlando, then back up the East Coast. I'm going to jump off in New York, be home for 2 days, and then go back to Texas and do Convolk's tour with him, which is only 3 dates in Texas, but pretty much all of January I'm going to be gone, and it's fucking lit. I'm so excited, honestly. Yo, I'm betting on emo rap. I really am. I mean, a lot of people... I talked about this in a video, so some people might be familiar with this, but I really think that emo rap, if that's what we're calling the genre, which I don't give a shit what people call it. I know some people hate that word or term, but it doesn't fucking matter to me. I really think like Peep and X were bringing emo rap to like they brought it to a point where it was super relevant. It was such a hot topic, like, while they were coming up. I remember all like big blogs and Genius and WorldStar and whatever, everybody was talking about emo rap. And then I feel like when Peep died, it kind of, everybody in the scene kind of like took a step back, because it was like such a shock. And then X too, which again, he's not really emo rap, but you could kind of categorize them together. And I feel like it was growing at a rate, and then with the loss of both of them, it kind of like remained stagnant. I don't think it really like dropped, but it's definitely not super talked about, even though we have artists like Trippie Redd and Juice WRLD like popping now. So I feel like with these artists that, you know, we're fucking with now in the underground, they're gonna pop, and I really think that they're gonna bring emo rap to a new level in the next 2 years. As far as like hip hop goes, that's what I think the future is. I have a Canon 70D for vlogs, which is like, it's an okay camera. It's pretty good for a vlogger. And then like what I film music videos and like after movies, live show type shit is a Sony A7S II. That was a little bit more expensive. It was around like $2,000. That camera's fucking awesome. I love it. My workflow is shitty. My workflow sucks, honestly. I make all my videos like 1 or 2 days before I'm supposed to. Some of them I even make the day of and edit them the day of. There's only been a couple videos where I really took my time, so that's like where I need to get better. I need to learn how to make videos in advance, but that's pretty much it. I use a little Rode mic. You got the same one on there. Honestly, you could do everything that I'm doing on an iPhone if you're good enough. You don't really need all that fancy equipment, but I'm like, that's like the one thing that I like to spend my money on, so I buy nice shit, nice camera shit. So most people when they see this shit, because I am gonna blow up one day, I'm not gonna have my hair blonde, but I decided to just go for it. I was like, and a lot of people don't recognize me like when I meet them in person. I'm like, yo, it's Patrick, and they're like, oh shit, you dyed your hair. But yeah, I just decided to fucking go for it, and I never dyed my hair before, and I wanted to do it. I'm gonna just let it grow back. I don't really think I have the personality to do it like blue or any of those crazy colors, nor do I really want to. But I think I don't know, man. I think the blonde kind of looks like somewhat natural on me. I mean, it doesn't look that bad. Obviously, like, I want to be like a big YouTuber, whatever, millions of subscribers, but I'm really trying to build like a real business that'll set me up for life, that is going to be related to underground hip hop, sort of modeled after like a No Jumper, Lyrical Lemonade type thing. I'd be lying to say like if I haven't looked at their business model, looked at what they're doing, and like studied it and tried to replicate it in a sense. That brand that I'm doing is going to be called Joda, which has launched already, but it's, you know, I have to work on building like my personal brand, Patrick CC, first. So that's like what I've been focusing on, and eventually I want to do music videos, live shows, interviews, everything related to underground hip hop, and really have that be like my main source of income, and try to build a business that'll last me my whole life, if not a big chunk of it.